episodes already of what they don't teach you in hair school, and I just want to say thank you for all those who have liked. I thank everybody who has subscribed. But let's go ahead and get into episode number 11. I want to say I'm really enjoying it. When I was a little girl, I wanted to be a teacher, and I enjoy informing people and showing how to do it through speaking. So let's get to it. Episode 11 is what they don't teach you in hair school is common sense. I know you're like, what? But I'm doing is like a play on word. Years ago, I was dealing with something in a relationship. Not understanding, not just a relationship, different relationships, and what they were, what my place was and what their place was in the relationship. And this is personal and family. There's just a lot of things or not even a lot. It was just certain things I just didn't understand why they treated me a certain way or did the things that they did, right? And it just bothered me, and it just nagged at me. And one day I was speaking to my mom, and my mom, I don't know, we were talking about one of the relationships, and I mentioned the word common sense, and my mom said, what may be common sense to you may not be common sense to the next person. So what you may seem as like something they should get doesn't mean they're going to get it. You cannot just assume that everyone gets it. And that's where I found that how important it is to communicate, to talk. You know what I mean? And I'll put this in there. If the issue or the person does not want to communicate or talk, you say what you have to say, whether you can't verbalize it. You can put it in a letter, you can put it in a email. Don't do it in a text. Or you get out what you need to get out, but at the same time, turn around and take that issue and start working on yourself and see where you are in that situation, what part you play, and let it go. So I know you're like, well, what does this have to do with business? That was a little personal. Now I'm gonna give you the business side of it. As a hairstylist, what they don't teach you in hair school is the things that some of your clients walk in with, the things that some of your clients do to their hair and themselves, you're gonna be like, it doesn't even make sense. And we can become a little maybe empathetic or sympathetic, and we may look at our clients like, what the hell? Why would you? Now I'm gonna say this. I have a clientele, and sometimes, and my clients know I do this too. Even the ones that come new to me, that sometimes I be like, what in the world? Why would you? You know what I mean? My clients know because I will be honest and let them know. But what I do is I'll let them know. I'll follow up. But I remember at times like you can look at clients and you be like, you don't even have any words to say. And in that moment, they're looking at your face like you are just so disgusted, and that you can make a client feel uncomfortable or like this. And what you want to do is sometimes, and to this day, I still have to sometimes catch myself. But for me, I'm going to talk to you, and I'm going to tell you why what you're doing is not right, it's not healthy for you. Don't do this, but do this. Don't use this, but do that. So in business, when it comes to, you know, your clientele as hairstylists, that one tip, which is what you may think is common sense, may not be common sense to the other person. So sometimes clients don't know not to do first of all their own hair when it comes to chemicals, because the advertisements out there says you can do this at home, you can do this, you can do that. So why not? Why, if I can save some money and I think I can do this, they do stuff. Some clients think, you know, because they've done things a certain way for so many years, and then they come to you and you looking at their hair like, what the is going on? But what they've done for years is what they've done for years, and it makes sense to them, and it's worked. But some of my clients, I have to explain to them that it's just like this. What you did when you was 10, you can't do when you're 30. What you did in your 20s, your body ain't gonna react the same in your 50s. So that little tidbit, that what may be common sense to you may not be common sense to the next person. So be a little, not a little, well, yeah, a little, and sometimes you gotta be a lot like, look, change your face sometimes. It's hard. It's hard, especially if you speak with your face. But when they come to you for a service, analyze. Let them say what they're saying. Talk. Let them speak. Ask specific questions, and then watch your face, and then go in, and then you communicate back to them what you heard them say and what you see and what needs to be done. Because what may be common sense to you, they're like oblivious to what makes sense, what's right. And that right there, that tidbit right there, will help you with your, not just your client and getting the service that they need, but it's also going to help you with customer service. Sometimes, I mean, think about it. There are, let's say you go to when I've gone to different countries, and the customer service here and the customer service there is like a 360. But guess what, y'all? Everybody is human. Everybody is, oh my God, what is going on? Everybody is human. We all have one connection, right? At least one. But sometimes you just gotta smile. And sometimes you gotta be like, as they come and sit in your chair and pull off that scarf or that hat or that wig and show you what's underneath, you have got to just be like, okay, and then you go in with your specialty and what you feel based on your expertise and what you see, what you see with your eyes and the skills that you have. Give them that advice. Some clients, they're not doing it on purpose. Some clients just they do not know. They do not know better. And then you got to realize different age groups, different generations. The people that were brought up in the 70s may not get what the thing is now in the 2000s. You know what I mean? People that were not even children, even these kids these days, these babies that was born in the 2000s may not get the richness and the wisdom of the people from the 60s or the 50s. So what I was talking about other countries is a lot of times these people want to laugh and like look at us like, but they gotta smile and they gotta listen, and then they speak with professionalism and they meet the needs of the client. And then the wonderful thing about us is we gotta let that out, because we will go home and just be like, what in the world? Let it out when you get home, or in your car, or a close friend. You don't want to name names and you don't want to whatever, but you get it out and you share your story like, girl, why did honey, this is because we stylists, just like you talk about people or you communicate about other people to people, we do the same thing. We have to let it out. And that's how we vent. That's how we let go. And that's actually how we process what we may need to do differently. And y'all, what I just told you, it's not easy. I'm going into it is over 30 years of the hair business service and I still be like, but guess what? I get a taste of my own medicine when I go and get service somewhere else. Like my nails sometimes. Sometimes I'll ask or just know that my nail tech can do this, and she'll look at me like, or she be like, no, Nikki, you can't get that because you're this. You can't do that because you have that. You would have to do X, Y, Z. But, and I remember a couple of times I've been to other places like, I can't think of anything, but different spots, and I've been looked at like, you just asked for what? You want to do what? Honey, you can't get that. You can't do that unless you this, or your hair can't do this, or your nail bed is XYZ, or that's, you know what I mean? So so what they don't teach you in hair school is common sense. So take a breather, make sure you smile, watch your face, watch your eyes, and I'm talking to myself, because, and I'm gonna give y'all a prime example. This happened to me this weekend. I was and my clients, we're literally like family. I was gonna say some are like sisters, some are like aunties, some are like grandmas, some are like a really good friend. And there was an incident. I only do this with certain clients. I got complimented on a bag, and I showed her the bag, and as I showed it to her, I was like, I knew that once I showed her the bag, like brought it over to her, I knew that she would be the one that will go through it and help me get my life with that bag. I knew it. I knew once I picked it up to go show it to her, because the bag was a mess. Then I had a client on the other side. She was looking at me like, and it was the funniest thing, because these particular clients are my heart. I love them, and I know that they have no ill will or whatever. They want the best for me. They will tell me like it is. They have no problem with speaking their mind, and guess what? I receive it, because I know that they love me. They have no ill will. They want the best for me, and they know something that I don't know. You don't want to always be around people that know this just like you. So I embrace those who come at me, and they let me know in a way, because you know when someone is for you, and they're not like looking at you like you just stupid, you know what I mean, like whatever. But I got a taste of it. Like, girl, why does your bag look like this? Why does your why you don't have this and that? Why you? And then I think it was more of, okay, you need this and you need that. We need to get you this and we need to get you that. I need you. And one of my clients, this is what stuck to me. She said, honey, you can't be walking around like this and thinking a man is going to be like, you know what I mean? He's going to look at you like, honey, you need to get your together. And that's registered. She also said something like, honey, you're turning 50. You're turning 50. You can't keep going like this. We need to make some changes. That's my interpretation of what she said. And I received it. I was laughing. I was whatever, because I knew these two people. They love me just as much as I love. They've been with me for years. One since, shoot, I think I was there. Was one baby born or not? I don't even know. She has 3 kids now, and I've been through all of them. So, it made me like, when people like that check you, you pay attention. You pay attention and you take heed. So they were laughing at this one thing that I had in my purse, and it was just so raggedy. It was a card purse. I love the card purse because it was a money, like it had nothing but money on it. But I love it because it reminds me of something from back, like my grandmother had these little coin purses with the little hook thing, and it looked a mess. And they're like, the other client on the other side was like looking at me like, what are we gonna do with her? What are we gonna do? And you know what, y'all? They didn't just tell me what was wrong. They showed me what I need to do to make it right. And I appreciate that. So, again, what they don't teach you in hair school, the meaning of common sense, like what it really is and what it really can or cannot do, right? So I hope that helps someone today. I think, y'all, I'm going to challenge myself because there's more stuff I want to do, but I just didn't. I'm starting to get hot. Teach, and I might do 2 episodes in 1 week, because there's one I really want to teach about or share, and I think I'm gonna challenge myself. But again, this is episode 11 of What They Don't Teach You in Hair School, Common Sense. All right, y'all, you all have a wonderful, productive, good day. Bye.